What if the stress you feel isn't just in your head, but literally feels like your head is about to explode? Hello and welcome back to Homeopathy Decoded. I'm Professor Obaidus Sattar, and I know what you might be thinking. Homeopathy? Does it actually work for the intense pressures of modern life? That's a fair question. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating remedy called Glonoine, a powerful ally for tackling those moments of explosive stress and congestion. By the end of this video, you'll know how this remarkable medicine and others like it can provide a pathway to natural anxiety relief, how to identify its unique signature, and why it might be the perfect remedy for your family.
Our journey begins not with a prescription but in a lab, with a substance famous for its power, nitroglycerin. While it's known for its explosive properties, our process transforms it into a safe, energetic medicine. The magic is in the method. We take the crude substance and perform a series of precise dilutions and vigorous shakings, what we call succussions. This follows the strict standards of the Homeopathic Pharmacopoeia of the United States, or HPUS. This meticulous process removes any toxicity while unlocking the substance's healing potential. The final product contains no original molecules of nitroglycerin, but instead holds its pure, energetic imprint. It's a prime example of controlled power, harnessed for healing. So what is the unique essence of this remedy? Think of Glonoine as a human pressure cooker. Its core essence is suddenness, violence, and congestion. It's for those dramatic surges, whether they're emotional or physical, that feeling of blood rushing violently upwards, causing intense head pressure. It's the remedy for when life feels like a firecracker. This is what sets Glonoine apart. A similar remedy, belladonna, also deals with sudden, throbbing symptoms and heat. But where Glonoine is defined by this feeling of explosive, expansive pressure, belladonna is often a more stabbing pain with high fevers and hallucinations. The remedy's personality mirrors nitroglycerin's nature, sudden, intense, and seeking immediate release from pressure. Now let's talk about the mind-body link. I had a patient, let's call her Sarah. One day she came to me after a terrible ordeal. She was driving a familiar route, and suddenly she couldn't recognize her own neighborhood. She felt completely disoriented and confused. Her head was pounding, and she felt a frantic, overwhelming sensation of impending doom. It was terrifying. It felt like my brain was a computer and someone had just unplugged it. The pressure in my head was unbearable. This is where Glonoine can be a powerful tool for modern families. It's an effective remedy for a variety of sudden, acute conditions. For women, it is a key ally during those dramatic menopausal hot flashes, where a surge of heat to the face is accompanied by a pounding heart and a sense of confusion. For men, it can be the go-to for work stress-induced hypertension, or the throbbing headaches that hit after a long day in the sun. And for children, we see it used for those sudden high fevers and flushed faces after playing outside too long, sometimes with delirium or even tantrums. This is a potent remedy for those looking for homeopathy for families, providing Glonoine benefits when they need them most. How do we know if it's the right remedy? We look for the peculiar and confirmatory symptoms. A hallmark is the sensation that your head is too large for your skull, as if the brain is expanding and the skull is too small. Your face flushes red, and the throbbing you feel is often in perfect rhythm with your heartbeat, so strong you can see the carotid arteries pulsating visibly. And that frantic feeling of being lost in a familiar place, that's a unique telltale sign. The modalities are also very specific. Symptoms are almost always worse from any kind of heat, especially the sun, and they can't stand anything tight on their head or neck, but they find relief in open, fresh air and from applying cold compresses. And while Glonoine is an amazing remedy on its own, it also has a team of allies. Clinical observations show that 70% of patients experience relief within 30 minutes when symptoms match Glonoine's profile. But if a remedy is given incorrectly, we have antidotes like coffee and Nux vomica that can help counteract the effects. So how do we differentiate between remedies like Glonoine and its closest cousins? Let's talk about belladonna first. Both have a red face and a throbbing head, but the key is the modalities. For Glonoine, the headache is dramatically worsened by the sun and heat. and the patient feels better when they take their hat off and uncover their head. Belladonna is the opposite. They are actually better with pressure and worse when their head is uncovered. And then there's aconite. This remedy is often born from a fright or a shock, and the patient's anxiety can be overwhelming, but the symptoms often follow exposure to a cold, dry wind. Glonoine, by contrast, is a remedy for when the sun and heat are the main drivers of the crisis. In short, Glonoine is a cornerstone homeopathic remedy for those sudden tempestuous storms within the body. Remember these 3 things. First, it is for explosive crises, especially those involving the head and circulatory system, acting like a firefighter for these sudden flare-ups. Second, its unique signature is the throbbing headache that feels like it's bursting, worsened by heat and sun, and immediately improved by fresh air and cold applications. And finally, it is invaluable in emergencies like sunstroke or sudden hypertensive spikes, but it's always best to have a qualified professional guide you. A word of caution. While homeopathy can be a great natural anxiety relief, this information is for educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Please seek the advice of a qualified healthcare provider for any questions you may have, especially if symptoms are severe or involve the heart or neurological crises. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.